Marker, the marker has corrupted Oblivious.
Wait. When you cut that thing's head off and it started like screaming at you, that's what you meant by having fun. That was trying to creep me out.
Well, I was going to do that anyway. Just the fact that it creeped you out just made it even funnier.
Mr. Clark, I really must speak with you. I'm very close to your position, and I know you want to hear what I have to say. I can explain all this. So what happened? When you have the nav cards, I'll let you into the security station. We must talk. Hurry.
Because what happened is not exactly self-evident.
Well, not entirely. Some of the stuff actually is, okay, it'll make sense when you see it, but we have more pressing matters, like somebody stuck to a wall, for example.
Oh.
Yeah, I forget why I paused here. I think it's because I had to sneeze really hard or something.
Okay.
There we go. That was the more pressing matter.
What? Shooting at you? Projectiles? What the crap? I still don't get that.
Okay,
Well, it might be dependent. I think they're supposed to be shooting like cones, but I always thought of it as like they're shooting like pustules at you.
well, no, whatever it is, it's clearly sharp. What I picture is, did you guys ever play StarCraft at all?
Which one?
That was a long time ago.
Okay, you know what a hydralisk is, at least, right?
I do
Wow,
know
I
what
actually
Hydralisk
don't remember.
is.
Okay, yeah, it's the little things that crawls around like your basic range.
It acid at you, basically.
Oh no, acidic spines specifically.
Right. Well, if you want to get technical.
Well, it's not technical. It says it right there on the tin when you mouse over on the tooltip. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, point is, it's firing stuff at you, and that's the point of the Guardian. It is a stationary defense platform, more or less.
What's with all the stuff growing on the walls?
That would be the corruption. You remember that thing that I said about repurposing dead bodies?
Yeah.
You know what happens whenever something actually... okay, you wonder what actually happens to dead necromorphs and why you don't typically see them lying around for long? Well, there you go.
Make the creep out of it.
More or less. Speaking of Zerglings, or the Zerg. I do love me some Zerglings, but, you know, that...
Somehow that doesn't surprise me.
I'm not as sadistic as you think.
Just in this
Or
one
Terran
instance.
player myself.
I actually prefer the Protoss, personally. But Zerg is so much fun. Getting back to the game itself, though, I'm carrying extra stasis with me because there's no stasis packs, like no recharge stations anywhere. So that's done.
So it's getting to the difficult sections of the game now, where
Yes,
they
it is.
where they throw off the kitty gloves.
Well, anytime you throw exploders into the mix, it's always throwing off the kitty gloves. Because as you've seen before, I'm not too good with them. And I think the game faked me out in faking out this one. Not really much to say about that, except it's the only case of an actually dead enhanced slasher that I can think of. Also,
you're avoiding that center of the room there.
Because it probably will like activate whatever.
Life support system in Sleep Block B has been shut down. You'll have to find an override nearby to get to the door.
actually, that's an obsessive compulsive thing. I always work around the corners of a room. It's got nothing to do with fear. I'm just an obsessive asshole.
Well, that's just.
Oh, well,
getting
it's just
used to
that
the
this game has a tendency to, if you walk into the center of a room, to activate all the evilness.
Yeah, location.
This is true. You guys aren't too far off in that regard, but in this particular case, that has absolutely nothing to do with that.
Okay.
And another seamless edit right there, kind of, not really.
I didn't notice anything.
Yeah. Well, I noticed it, but that's because
I noticed the slightest of jerks.
I'm not that bad, but
No.
yeah.
The
I Oh, here's another fun room, by the way. We get the first time.
You cut out for all of that. I don't know what Ah!
Oh, yes, it's one of those things.
Yeah, I was trying to say this is a fun room, and now you see why.
It's one of those arm things. Thankfully, you have an upgraded
And it
gun.
fades out of existence.
Yeah, that is a huge criticism of the game that I have, is that they don't leave the body of the tentacle there.
Because it would block your way or something? I don't know.
Well, it's like any other necromorph bodies. You could just play soccer with all the bodies after they're dead. I've done it.
Hey, thanks for telling us.
Well, no, I can't help it sometimes, because like when you walk over bodies in the game, sometimes they'll get stuck to Isaac's feet, and you're just I wasn't being sadistic that time. I was just like, you can't help it. It happens.
I expect you to go like next to one of those holes where the tentacle comes out, and then another one comes out.
You know, that's the thing. If you'd have seen me play this game the first time, that's exactly what I was thinking, and I was so reticent to like walking next to those. Well, I mean, admittedly, I don't like walking next to the vents either, but that's like a completely different thing. Video gets choppy here for some reason. I'm not sure why. It's like clear all the rest of the video, but here it's just really bad. Which is why you see me kind of poking around for a second. I'm trying to ascertain the problem. And in the middle of it, I get ambushed.
Of course. Because choppiness indicates ambush.
Your process
That sounds like
is conspiring with the necromorphs against you.
Yeah, that sounds like some Silent Hill shit, honestly. I keep halfway. Seriously, if I see like fog roll in, well, actually, never mind. That does show up in Dead Space 3. Never mind. But I speak out of turn. Let's see.
Might as well compulsively save.
Oh, it's not might as well. It's almost a necessity for me. Besides, I always figure that at some point, like, the recording will crash and I'll have to do all the shit all over again.
Hazardous condition. Please contact repair.
Lady, I am the...
I am the repair specialist.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
You.
Oh, and this is me fucking up, because I think I shoot, if I'm not mistaken... Yep.
Oh, joy.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, all the mini infectors.
I like how there was no sound.
Yeah, I know. I actually love that.
That's the
Speaking...
only remotely amusing thing to happen so far.
Oh, there are some amusing moments in here, although I think they actually come later. Speaking of which, Headless Slasher.
That's what I liked the most about Firefly.
Oh, what do you mean?
Oh, the no sound in space thing.
Oh yeah, I love that in the show. It's like they only give you like the little like the stuff you'd feel like through the vibrations of like your suit or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know
they got around that in the movie by having it by having the major battle be in planetary atmosphere.
Life support and climate system
Yeah, I remember that actually. Speaking of more creepy shit, there's another corrupted wall.
Buzz through it, or poison through it, or whatever.
Unfortunately, we ran out of that poison last chapter.
More poison.
I would love to make more poison to kill all these things, but unfortunately, I have more plasma cutter ammunition than I have poison.
Well, then start plasma cuttering it open.
To be perfectly fair, though, I do like using the plasma cutter, especially after I found out how that actually works. Apparently, the way encapsulated plasma, it breaks upon contact, wraps around, and then breaks whatever it is.
Hazardous condition. Please contact repair
If I have my understanding of how it's supposed to work. Oh, there we go. More enemies.
For the love of...
Is that an enhanced version of whatever?
Yeah, it's
That's
You
not
punching
pleasant.
I forgot. I got distracted or something on the other end, and
There we go.
I kicked the
And
shit
it's
out.
good.
Of course it's good. I get a
Oh,
goal. Yes. But yes, I handle this pregnant properly this time around.
Oh, bye.
And I'm running out of air.
Oh dear.
I should probably do something about that.
I can see the timer. There it goes.
It's also brightly lit in
Climate
here.
system malfunction.
I
Condition.
I don't know.
Contact repair specialist.
That's a very good question, actually.
Something off the ice? I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's the crew quarters. It's gonna be well lit.
Yeah, but not like blinding.
Well,
That
there's
is-
atmosphere, so yeah.
I'm not really certain about that, honestly. It's odd. I guess it's probably